Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to the third in our series of live streams with myself, Sarah Estelle, and my friend Muriel Pichard. We are here to continue to talk to you about our love of the nature kingdom, our love of essences and how they've helped us. And today we've chosen to focus on trusting our inner voice, trusting that quiet whisper in the heart that so often gets crowded out by the noise of the head and the noise of everything going on around us, and how we help ourselves by listening to our hearts, and hopefully that will help you too. We're going to share some essences with you as we always do. But to start off, we'd like to talk to you about the course that we're offering starting May the 16th called My Body, My Wisdom. It's a 5-week online course. We're very, very happy to share with you. And I'm going to hand over to Muriel to talk a little bit more about it.
Good, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. Really happy to be with you again. So, yes, we're going on live in quite a short time now because we're starting on the 16th of May. And it's a journey I'm really happy to undertake with you, Sarah. As you said, because of our friendship and also obviously mainly our love of our work and how essences have been so instrumental in our lives. I would say, I can only speak for myself, but I feel we've shared on this quite a lot, personally and professionally, and so today with the theme we've chosen about, I would say, quiet presence. I feel that when we get to that space within where we really can commune with everything that we feel, then we go down in our body, which is why we titled our course My Body, My Wisdom, because it's completely linked. If we have this quiet presence, emotionally and spiritually, we connect with our body and we are able to listen to the signals, very much like wild animals do. It's fascinating. If you have a love of nature, you obviously observe the wild animals and how they are responding to the environment, and very much in tune with how they feel. And we are animals after all, a different kind, but animals, and so it's really connecting to that stillness within. And yes, we will speak today about essences that can help us doing this, and also when to use a single essence or when to combine an essence within the same range or different ranges. Yeah. Would you like to add to this, Sarah?
Yeah, I would. I think nature is such a beautiful teacher of presence. It doesn't cost anything. It's generally speaking all around us, even if we live in a flat on the 20th floor in a big city. Nature can be the trees that we can see. It can be the plants that we have on our balcony. It can be an image, even in the internet. I've literally just come out of teaching the diploma in flower essences that I ran this weekend. And because we're doing it all online now, we're experiencing how nature still deeply, deeply speaks to us, even though we're online. So there are many, many different ways to connect with nature. And when we do, we get to feel our feelings. And how often do we distract ourselves so we don't feel our feelings? So it's a real blessing for me to be able to use essences myself and to pass this knowledge on. In fact, it's part of my kind of life commitment to nature is to do my best for as many people as possible to experience this way of living that has helped me so much.
Yeah. And of course, I would add to this that in a way there is something you said here which I find very interesting about your way of living. And of course, it does require an engagement. So an engagement with our health, an engagement with our lifestyle. And within that, of course, some choices are made. And I don't know for you, Sarah, but of course, there are things I had needed to let go of my past life, which is a long time ago in a way. But so much has come to me in gratification. I would not change it for the world. And as you say, I love, and I've had that so often fed back by clients, that or bottles, whichever range it is. It's like, for me, it's having nature in a bottle. I feel connected. So I live deep in the countryside now, but it wasn't always the case. I lived in Paris and then London, busy parts of the cities as well. And I really felt, and I saw in my practice, how these essences really help to connect with nature.
Yeah,
To,
absolutely.
yeah, to remind us of the freedom and the wild freedom. There is a word that is used a lot, rewilding, at the moment, but it's very much that we are wild creatures, and it's really reconnecting with that.
It is, and at this particular place on our planet as well, it's it's not about ignoring what's going on around there, but it's about putting it into perspective and being aware in whichever ways is right for us. And then, but also staying in touch with ourselves and making sure that we are doing whatever we're doing in alignment with what we are here to do. So we thought this week we'd share some different ways of sharing the essences with you, because we both know that when we look at a visual, we get some energy happening. So in our 5-week course, we are talking about 4 different ranges to help you get a sense of which one is right for you. And in the videos that we're sharing different aspects of the different ranges. So shall we share the images, Muriel? Shall we begin?
Yes, yes, yes.
So you're going to see some beautiful photos, technology willing. Okay, so there we go. So over to you. Hi, Maria. I'm just seeing you're there. Over to you.
So thank you. Yes. So this photo you're seeing now is a picture of a beautiful place on the Isle of Mull in Scotland, where I prepared with nature different essences, and this one I've named the essence within. And to just give you a perspective of what happened is that I wasn't planning to prepare an essence that day, but I was traveling with my nephews, and we had a fantastic day. An essence has been prepared just before, and we were on our way back to our cottage. And the picture in a way doesn't give credit to the place. It was absolutely stunning. And here you can't really see, but it was actually almost 10 o'clock at night, because at that time of year, it was August, the sun is almost not setting. So there is a particular light that does that. It's transition between the light and the dark is almost invisible, or it's mixed, it's blended. And so we were driving, and round the corner, we saw that beach opposite another island. And we were just like, wow, this is incredible. The light was just incredible. And bearing in mind, these were twins of 18 years old that were very much about, like, where could we go and surf? You know, then we arrived there, and it's like suddenly in the car, we instantly went into quietness. Just no word whatsoever. It's just like we went into almost a meditative state, I would say. And so we went out of the car, and each of us went on the beach alone, without a word again. And we stayed there, quiet and silent. And I just felt, because I had the equipment, I'd love to bring that into the water and to prepare an essence. I want to keep that feeling I'm experiencing now. And what it was is that I felt at once with the universe. I felt totally connected totally quiet, totally still, totally present. And I try because sometimes I don't always remember. I will read what I said. Yeah, be still and listen. Here is your inner essence. And so it's very much about touching the source from within and without, uh, and to just be and be with oneself and be one with life, basically. So it's a very it's in a sense for really peace, deep peace, and a lot of my clients use it for whenever they go through very busy times and maybe turmoils, or even something as simple as sleeping when they have trouble sleeping, because it's really about um, connecting with a quiet mind, with a quietness. So, because we were talking about listening, how do we listen to our bodies? Well, to be able to listen to our bodies, we need to have our heads quiet, and we need to be connected to our hearts and to our souls. And I
Mm,
just thought I would introduce you to this one.
so beautiful. I can really
About
feel
myself,
it.
yes, yes. And you,
Mm.
Sarah, I know you've got something else to show us.
I have. So yes, so let's look at a different essences. So these are two essences. The ranges that we're looking at in our My Body, My Wisdom course are the bush essences, the Australian bush, the healing herbs, or the batch essences, not necessarily the healing herbs, the batch essences of all kinds. Lots of different people make them. Muriel's range, which she's just spoken about, and my own range, Moonflower Essences. And we wanted to show you different types of ranges because they all hold different energies, and different people, or at different times of our lives, we're going to need different energies. And so, as today we're talking about the quiet voice within, I want to share with you two essences that came to me. The first one is Serato, which you can see here on the right. I feel Serato is very similar to your essence within, Muriel, in that it really quiets the heart, quiets the mind, and therefore quiets the heart. And it's really good for us any time that we are doubting ourselves or going outside of ourselves into the noise of the mass, of the collective, which often isn't in alignment with us. It's just stuff that's out there. And sensitive people like us can often then pick up on the stuff, and we don't realize that it's not ours. So when we still our minds, we can be much more present with discernment, knowing what's mine and what's yours. And that in itself helps to trust our bodies. So that's the Serato essence. The other flower that is here on the left is the Australian bush essence called Five Corners. Now, I love this essence because it's about self-love and really accepting ourselves wherever we're at. Because again, so often we don't trust the wisdom of our own bodies because it might be by trusting that wisdom, we would then take different actions in the world. And when we do that, people would say, so why are you doing that? Or that's not how you used to be. Or I don't agree with that. Or why are you doing that? There's, why are you coming on this course? Flower essences, how that's going to help you. I'm sure we all know the stuff. But when we truly love ourselves, we love ourselves enough to do what's right. And often what's right is taking ourselves a little bit out of our comfort zone. The Five Corners essence is also great for self-sabotage. So, and how often do we sabotage the wisdom of our hearts? How often do we? I know I've done it a lot of times. I hear something, it's that quiet whisper. It's not, I heard something somebody else say, although it might have been what somebody else said, but I've just heard that whisper. We all know, and we're like, oh yeah, gosh, I just heard the wisdom of my own self. And then I got busy and forgot to do it. So that's self-sabotage. Have you used either of those essences, Muriel?
Yes, particularly Five Corners, which, for confidence, it's an amazing flower. I've used it for me and for clients a lot. But it's a very strong essence, I find, in that range. And as you said, Sarah, I like to echo what you say about how often do we not listen to our wisdom, like that little voice that is speaking to us, whispering. That's what we're talking about. Listen, because actually that voice is loud. And if I look at it, whenever something has gone wrong, whatever we call wrong, in my life, it's when I haven't listened to that. And I went instead listening to the bigger noise of what other people may share with very good intentions. But when I ask someone, what do you think about this? And it's not really echoing what I'm really feeling, but I value maybe more someone else's opinion or than my voice, then that's where it goes wrong. And I think that Five Corners is wonderful about that. And it's stopping the comparisons, isn't it? We are all unique and all with something to bring to life and to each and to one another. So yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to just share with you as well. Yeah, I'm glad we've had similar experiences there. And I can see Maria saying that she loves these essences too. One of the things that we're going to be teaching you how to do, or if you already know how to do this, we're going to be holding space. We're going to be doing it for ourselves. One of the reasons whenever people like us, I'm sure you know this, those of you who are listening, when we teach something, it's usually because we need to remind ourselves. So we're going to be here with you every step of the way, doing this ourselves. And the program is very much designed to be an exploration. And yes, we will be sharing essences, but we'll also be giving you lots of time as part of the live meetings to explore together, really talk heart to heart and allow ourselves to be seen and heard. You'll also be learning practical skills like how to put essences together. And this is very individual, which is sometimes why we need a guide. So I, for example, like to mix different ranges. So I would happily put a bush essence and a batch essence together, or any other range. Muriel, you do something else, don't you? Which is equally valid.
I mean, nothing is set in stone, because I think it's very important to adapt and to be versatile. But I tend to mix essences of the same range together. Or if I advise to take different essences, I may put them in two different bottles, and people may take them in the same day but at different times. But as we said, there is nothing right or wrong. It's really individual. That's what's beautiful with essences. You can't go wrong and you can't harm, which is wonderful as well.
Absolutely. So we hope you've enjoyed today, and we'd love to know if you've listened, if you've been here with us, please do say hello. We'd love to know which essences have spoken to you, and any parts of our conversation. We hope that they are useful for you. Were you going to share with everybody the dates of the course?
So
I'm just popping up a link to our course here.
Okay, great. So we put them on the website, but the dates, we start on the 16th of May. So that's it will take place during Sundays. So 16th of May, 23rd, then we have a break and we resume on the 13th, 20 and 27th. So it's 5 sessions. With 2 consecutive ones, a break, and then 3 consecutive ones. We thought it would be good to have a break in between to let you absorb.
Absolutely. So although it's 5 weeks, it's actually over a longer space of time.
Yes.
We'll be journeying together.
Exactly.
And we decided to meet earlier in the mornings to give people so that we can connect in and then we have the rest of the day.
Yes, absolutely. So that would be, yeah, wonderful to journey together, because as you said, Sarah, it's not just us speaking, it's really a group that we will form together and journeying together.
Yeah.
As a sharing,
If
yes.
you're new to essences, you'll have a great time. If you're an experienced user of Essence, you'll have a great time. It's whatever you want it to be, you know, because it's a journey. Yeah.
Because we will have a great time.
We will. Yeah. We've also priced it in a way that it's going to make it really easy to say yes. Do you want to share more?
Yes, so it's the total cost is £175. And if you'd like to pay in 2 installments, it would be £90 each. Yeah, 2 installments of £90.
Yeah, so it's super, super easy to take part.
Definitely.
And we get to hang out and share and learn and make a difference to ourselves. It's so important to take care of ourselves. So often we take part in things that are kind of like more, oh, I'm going to get a bit of paper, or, you know, it's just like a more of an external thing. This is for you. It's deep self-care.
And it's about connection, isn't it? So obviously connection between one another, but really to be connected to you, because that's one of the things, isn't it? Is to be home inside, wherever you are in the world.
Absolutely. We'll be back next Tuesday. Is that right? Have I got the date right?
That's right.
We'll be next Tuesday to chat with you again. We hope you enjoy just connecting in with us. We're certainly enjoying connecting with each other, connecting with nature, and connecting with you. Thank you for being here, whether you've watched live or via the replay. We look forward to seeing your comments. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. And we wish you a beautiful week. And of course, today is full moon. So
indeed.
Yeah.
What a full moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.